that gun in its current state. But here we go, finally we are live. That player has connected back, and it's Gamers2 versus Mousesports on season.
Alright, so it looks like just the standard B rush to come in from the Mouz side as they start walking. They ran all the way through. They're going to be running into Sparrow, who is going to be the key man here if he can catch one or two off guard with that USP. And he's got backup from upper as well coming in from Mouz. So as they get ready to execute in, flashbangs out, and they're going to go on through. It does bounce on in. They make their way to the site. The first person to go down, possibly, no, actually, Sparrow and Mouz go big with 2 kills. Innocent as well, rotated from jail. He taps away, does some good damage, but doesn't find the kill. Go B as well. Gonna get lit up. So Mouz and Innocent holding perfectly. Mouz pushing through the smoke, finds Legia, and that's going to be the defuse. And first round over to Gamers2. Maybe Mouz now are regretting not switching to CT? I don't know. I'm not sure why they didn't.
Well, yeah, no, it'll be interesting to see if we can find out. Maybe I'll tweet one of the players or something and actually ask why they decided to choose to go on the T side to start things out here. It was interesting, but, you know, as I said, who are we to judge?
2 M4s, 3 M4s.
Yeah, I mean, they got a lot of money after that. Obviously, getting the defuse in there is just going to help their finances even more so. And I believe one of the players actually picked up that Tech 9, so now one of the CT players has got it. But, you know, just overall, really great CT retake. We saw 2 players go down before Mousesports actually got a kill on that B bomb site. They did get the bomb down, which is going to help their economy in the overall scheme of things, but it wasn't quite enough. Although, as soon as I say that, Chris J with a nice tag onto Innocent there, down to 30 HP, but in comes the Pro 90 up towards the B bomb site.
Oh boy, Sparrow finds one, then the rest of the team, so Nico cleans him up, and now we got ourselves a B take. The bomb is going to go down. They did stack A from the Gamers2 side. The retake is on.
I can't hear you. I'm not too sure if you're around or whether you've disconnected or...
You can't hear me.
Okay, well, I can't hear Egad, so I'm not too sure if he's casting at the second, but I'm going to continue as if I'm solo casting at the second until he comes back. But it is going to be 4-on-4 situation. They have got the bomb down once again. Innocent left alive on 2 HP, and it's just back and forth trades over here once again on this B bomb site, and now it will be Mouz in a 1-on-3 situation, but Mousesports have actually, by the looks of things, been able to pick up this round. They got a nice few frags with those Tech 9s and armor bite, paid off for them, high risk, high reward, hey. And they were able to pick up those rifles. They got the bomb down once again on B for the second consecutive round, and they're going to be able to even things up here. So 1-1. And
alright, you hear me now?
Are you there? There you go. Welcome back. Hello.
Oh, I don't know. It wasn't me. It was just whatever acting up. So whatever. We'll just talk through this.
What did you think of that eco in there from Mousesports? Really nice take on the B bomb site, hey?
Yeah, it was really good. So they got the bomb down. They pick up some M4s, or what? Actually, 2 M4s. Like and Taps had got those, and just the fact that they were able to bully their way into the site and take out Sparrow was rather weird. Like Sparrow pushing up that aggressively just really bit them in the butt. And again, they're gonna go for this B take. They're gonna be looking to go through the same lower area, but coming outside this time will be Innocent. He's got the 5-7. He goes down the ladder now, too. The deagle from Sparrow as well is going to see one, get him down with the 1 taps, get a second with Mouz's help, and trying to get some more. Oh my god, these pistols.
What? That hold on the B bomb site.
And last but not least, Chris J, and he's dead.
Chris J's going to go down, and that was a clean sweep. All 5 players left alive here for Gamers2. So we saw G2 take the pistol round, then Mousesports respond with a Tech 9 armor buy, and successfully got the bomb down and pretty much dominated it, only losing 2 guys, I believe. And then suddenly, Gamers2 came in. We saw some nice 1-dig action quickly on the top of the B bomb site there. Now Gamers2 have regained the lead once again, and just have a look at this buy coming in from Mousesports. We've got 3 Tech 9s and 2 AK-47s.
Huh. Okay. So they're just force buying out every round they can. Why not? So as they look to push down lower tunnel here, what are they going to do? They have one up towards Squeaky as well. Tapson's going to be running into Mouz, and yep, taking him down. The door's still open as well if he wants to push out. Mouz makes his way up too, finds Chris J's elbow, cannot get the kill unfortunately. And now it's all up to Rollin to hold off in this A bomb site. As they look to execute.
The thing is that the CTs have, like, they've pushed so aggressively round, you can actually have a look at the position that Innocent's in. He knows that nothing's coming over towards B at the second, so even though they've not got many players over down towards A, I mean, Mouz has pushed up so well. He's down to 12 HP now, and he does get taken down there by Tapson in the end, but he was finding crucial information in mid once again, so somehow still Mousesports holding on strong. Sparrow has been knocked down to 14 HP, so he's got to be very careful, and as you can hear, the bomb has gone down, so an after-plant situation, it's going to be really tricky for Sparrow to try and do any work. He will get knocked down, and that's going to be Mousesports bringing things back once again. On the force buy, man. They only had 2 rifles in that round, and they still managed to get the bomb down and take it pretty darn convincingly, so...
What a way to play this. Just buy back and forth each round like they're just doing it right now, too. Why not?
Yeah.
Just keep buying.
I think it's something to do with the map, in all honesty, because I casted Fnatic versus Virtus Pro on this map, and until Fnatic started to pull away in the end, it was me and Mega Man actually casting it, and it was a really interesting game. It was just back and forth, eco win after eco win, swapping out and everything, so I have a feeling it could be something to do with the map, but who knows. Let's see what happens as we go into round number 5.
Yeah, Rollins going to be taking the front position here, going towards that tunnel area. And doesn't see too much, but does want to aggress his position. We got Sparrow and Innocent as well pushed up here at B, trying to get some good information. And what's this boost? Oh, they were like trying to boost around to get a better peek on the corner. And Legia leading the charge, gonna not find the kill. Rollins gonna trade it out 1-for-1, sees the bomb, should see some quick rotations back over there, and Go B outside a squeaky door takes down the kill on Mouz. Mouz here holding the corner with the 5-7, makes quick works of Tabson, and now we're in an even field, 3-on-3. But Nico going in, getting the big kill into A, and then got B as well. Fun and Mouz. So the bomb is gonna go down. It's up to Sparrow, but he is gonna look to save.
I really like how passive we actually saw Mousesports play that for quite a while. We saw that one player actually caught out Mouz, who was rotating and playing really aggressively in mid, just in this area now where we see Chris J on the screen. So it was really good of them just to play a bit passive. Notice that Gamers2 could be on an eco or could be on some sort of force buy again here, and so they could push aggressively. So Mousesports just hung back for a while, waited for them to come into their crosshairs, got the kill, and then got those 2 entry frags in quick succession as we saw on the A bomb site, planted the bomb, and Spiro unfortunately had no choice whatsoever but to try and save that M4 rifle, which he will successfully be able to do so. No hunting coming out from the Mousesports roster. They're just going to save those 3 AK-47s that they have, and 3-2, Mousesports in the lead.
And force buy? Huh? What are you going to do? What are you going to do, Gamers2? You going to keep it consistent? Pistol armor?
Yeah.
They have that one M4, so why not? But this is all sorts of weird. They've got to be careful
with their money. I mean, like, we all know that the CT side is more expensive than the T side, and if we are going on that on the assumption that this is a CT favoured map, then they've got to be really careful, because they don't want Mousesports to start to run away with this on the T side, especially because Mousesports, as we saw, decided to stick on the T side when they won the knife round.
Yeah, so we got ourselves a little bit of a peek out towards mid there from Mouz. Not going to find anything. He actually does find 3, excuse me, 1 towards 3, and then the other is just kind of pushing across Cat. As Nico, he made his way up towards tunnels, trying to push up and find some information. There's Rollin hugging the wall and Innocent in upper. And Mouz again going back out mid here. Gonna find himself 1, but without armor, it's kind of impossible to take on an AK, and Tabson just makes quick work of him. The bomb now rotating back over to B as well. It is completely open. It looks like they may have sold this fake just a little bit. If they really wanted to, they could go for some tricky vent play, but either way, that's going to be tough to make come to fruition. But he makes his way in, and no one heard that, so he's in a very sneaky spot. Nico here, in the meantime, going to get gunned down by Rollin, yep. And again, the 5-7 just proving how strong that gun is. They break the vent again. They smoke off the A side of mid, and it looks like they're going to push through jail. There is Sparrow holding his sight, though. But
look at the rotation. You see Ralin and Mouz already making their rotation over from the A-bomb site. They know that there's not much time left on the clock, and in comes the push. Tabson does get 1 before Innocent.
Oh, Rollin's pushing the smoke. He's got himself a double.
This man's got absolutely massive so far in this round, and that's going to be the hat-trick with the smallest gun on the field. Mouz will eventually take down Gobby, and it is going to be 3 players left alive here for Gamers2. The game
this feels like a main match.
3-3 score. I mean, Ralin, I was really surprised that Nicolino wasn't able to get that kill. We saw that Ralin picked up that 5-7 kill, and Nico, he had plenty of time to shoot back at him. He had full, reign of that player to try and get the not lose his AK-47, but he hardly did any damage whatsoever to Ralin, and Ralin decided to still use that 5-7 and picked up 2 more kills with it. So we're seeing some pretty fancy pistol work in this game so far, I have to say.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they should all just continue to use pistols, honestly. So we're going to see our first op out towards mid here. It's not going to spot anything with that smoke. Chris J lurking behind it as well. And again, a slow B push. They're going to go straight through that smoke, walking up. Sparrow might be caught off guard here. And it's going to be tough to see the situation come to play. Sparrow does actually back out. Rollin is the first one to fall, though, to Tabson. Innocent going to get lit up by those nades, too. Put it at 22 health. And this B-take looking more and more possible. They do have the op in Mouz there at jail. He does get put down below half again. Sparrow's going to find 1, trading it back out in B. They get control of upper as well, pushing through. Sparrow falls. Uh-oh. Now Mouz with this AWP. He's holding corner. He's got a smoke as well, blocking off a part of his spot. And can he get this frag? As soon as he pushes it in, he misses the quick scope. And he's going to get naded, and they should call out a position here. And yep, Govy going to go in. And Chris J, through the smoke, found Mouz as he crossed and takes him out. And again, just another round trade. That's all. They're just going 1-1 back and forth.
Yeah, well, Mousesports with a really good take there on the B side. They've been having some pretty darn good luck getting into both bomb sites so far. They've pretty much been planting the bomb consistently, round after round almost. So credit to Mousesports, you know, they're looking confident on the T side. And again, if we are under the assumption here, guys, that this is a CT favoured map, as most are in Global Offensive, Mousesports just able to trade these rounds out with Gamers2 and go back and forth in this fashion are going to do well. But hello, well, you know what damage Chris J can do with that long scope torp. And he starts off here taking out Minis. We do see an eco coming in from Gamers2 now with hardly anything in the back. They've got a lot of 5.7s, well, 4 of them in fact now. 2 players with armor, but look how pushed up they are. They've not actually got anybody directly on top of the B bomb site, and Innocent's pushing forward over towards mid. We'll see what damage he can do, whether he can catch some players out on the flank.
Definitely can. We'll see though. He's gonna get naded. They have a general idea. If Nico finds the end of Rollins 5-7, Innocent gets one as well. So some good trades coming in while Sparrow gets a little bit B. They gotta decide where they want to put this bomb in quick. They have 50 seconds on the clock. Legia as well gonna get control of vents. Innocent, that nade is gonna absolutely destroy him. Puts him down to 19 health. He's gonna back out. And he's still stuck in this vent position, but he could get some people off guard here. As soon as they push up mid, Rollin with that AK he salvaged will pick up one. Tabson gonna go with a double though, and it's now a 2-on-2. The eco rounds working phenomenally for Gamers2 right now, but the economic damage isn't what they're worried about. They want this round win. Mouz pushing up though. He's gonna put in the work. He finds a quick double. They lines up. He gets a collateral kill through Mouz, or actually no, he gets a collateral kill through Tabson. Excuse me. So well played, and what I thought was going to be a Mouz round, very close, turned into a Gamers2 round. Jesus.
I'm not too sure if it's your end or whether it's my end, but unfortunately you're sounding a bit like a robot to me if you are talking.
It should be okay.
So, but
that's just the program.
We can get that sorted.
That's just the program.
One of those things. Not too sure what's going on, but still, I mean, Gamers2, we saw them with only pistols in that round, and once again, got to give a big shout out to Rallen. He did a huge amount of damage in that round, and then we saw Mouz taking down the final 2 Mousesports players. Let's not get confused, there is a player called Mouz on Gamers2, and obviously the full team of Mousesports on the T side here, so we'll try not to get those two confused, but Gamers2 responding once again with another eco round, and I mean, Egad, we said that this game had the potential to be very close, and it's already proving to be one heck of a good match. We're only 8.5 rounds in.
Yeah, so we got Chris J opening up the round onto Minis, and oh boy, that's a big frag to get. Minis currently sitting at 4-7. He hasn't had too much of an impact right now. He's been dying quite a bit, but you know, he'll work his way up. But Chris J getting pushed on. That's not the man you want to push, though. Once he has that op in hand, it is so difficult to deal with. And, alright, they have lower tunnel control. They've got Squeaky as well as mid. And it looks like this is the time for Mouz to try to execute on into this A site. The 2 and 3 man in Rollin and Mouz have to hold off this push. So we'll see how it goes. They're also rotating Innocent as well from mid. And he's in a good position to flank out here, catching Chris J completely off guard. Chris J could not hit the flick. They're going to pop flash their way into this A site. Nico leaving the charge. They did blind the man in upper, and he's stuck in between the pillars. Rollin going to go down. Uh-oh. Now it's a 2-on-4. Mouz in a great position to win this round. Innocent and Sparrow. Are they going to look to clutch this? The 5 and 4 man rotating from CT and from mid here. As he goes through Cat. Is he going to check the corner, though? Innocent has the AWP in hand. He's got to cover all those bases. He gets flashed and taps and turns on him. Oh boy. So now it's all in Sparrow, and at this point, with the money the way it is, it looks like they're going to look to save this. Or get an exit or two.
Well, again, just another case of Mousesports getting some really nice entry frags on the bomb site. And what I really liked was actually something that Chris J did right at the start of the round. They are aware of how Minis is playing really aggressive on mid. He keeps pushing down mid. He keeps trying to get real dominant control on mid and getting right in the T-side's faces. And so far, it's kind of a mixed bag. Sometimes it will work, sometimes it won't. And what we saw Chris J do there was just really hang back, just at the bottom of the stairs to Cat, I believe it was, and just wait for Minis to come into his sights and take the first shot there and get the entry frag to the round. So, you know, really good stuff coming in from Mousesports. Once again, as I said, they got the entry frags, they secured their 5th round tier, and as we go into round number 10, we are going to see Gamers2 on another eco. So according to script, this should be going to Mousesports. But what happened when we last saw the 5-7 in Gamers2 hand? Well, they won it.
Yeah, alright. And they're going for another A play, so this A take should work out no problem, but we'll see. Again, Chris J leading the charge with this AWP this time, not camping out mid, And they did go for a bit of a B stack with mid as well, but they're not going to find anything. The one man as well as Mouz camping out towards that generator. They're going to push in, though, and they're going to find that quick frag into Rollin. A site completely open. Bomb should be going down, no problem here. Mouz, though, waiting out mid, finds Legia. Legia jumping over the box, can't get the shots, and doesn't even hit him once. And Mouz still trying to push his luck. He wanted to get the AK, finding taps in at Squeaky, though, and they just take him down, no problem. So at this point, it's about trying to salvage a gun or two and getting some kills for the Gamers2 side. This round should be all but done. It'd be a miracle if the Gamers2 won this round, but you know, who knows here. Innocent jumping through, seeing that Tabson was towards Squeaky, hits him quite a bit, actually, I believe dinked him. And Go B, blind, spraying, gets the kill on the Sparrow. Mouse from upper as well finds one, but meets Chris J's boomstick, and that's gonna be the round. Innocent did find an AK, and that's gonna be 6-4 for the set of Mouse.
6-4 it is, and again, you know, I've been talking about how many times Mousesports have been getting that bomb down, and they just keep doing it time and time again. Mousesports evidently showing us why they decided to go on the T side, although, you know, they've been losing a couple of rounds that maybe they shouldn't. You know, we've talked about those eco rounds that Gamers2 have been doing some damage with, but overall in the grand scheme of things, you look at this in the grand context of things, considering that Mousesports are on the T side, to get 6 rounds already and only be starting round number 11 now is great. And not only have they got more rounds on the board, but they are doing some serious damage to the Gamers2 economy. We can see now that the FAMASs are coming out. They were, well, as we saw, Innocent was able to pick up that AK-47, but still, you know, when you see the French FAMASs coming out, you know that money is tight on the CT side. Yeah,
it's always tough, and you always want to try to win out once you have those, but it's gonna be a task, to say the least. Mouse looking okay right now, so we'll see. Chris J 2 with that AWP, he hasn't lost it yet. They're backing off from B. They're looking to maybe go for the old bait and switch here, bring it to B, and then run it back to A once they get to a safe distance. And gotta see how Gamers2 react to this, because the 9-man and Thompson still is sitting back towards B, so maybe you're gonna look to try to sell this one out. They also break the glass as well, as you can do that and flashbang your way in. Is he gonna do that? He's smoking, actually. Okay, so what's he gonna do with that smoke? Tapson pushing upper, though. That's the smoke to block off the upper CT. And, oh, he gets the flash, too. Coming on in, he'll find Sparrow. And they're really trying to sell this right now. There's still that man and Mouse holding A. Innocent gonna find Tapson. They're flashbanging their way and finally gonna execute into the site. Can Mouse actually hold this, though, is the question. He's boosted on top of the glass. And, no, he goes down. Uh-oh. Bomb gonna go down here in the A site, too.
Oh,
Rallin gonna fall.
Smoke in a good position. That smoke just goes down, and Rallin was able to pick up the kill on Legia there. I'm not too sure how much damage it's going to do in the whole grand scheme of things, but the CTs are going to retake this. They've got to try and go for this push here. It's a 3-on-3 situation. You can see Nico holding well. Chris J getting some nice shots up front there. He's actually going to be able to pick up 2 before Nico gets the 3rd frag, and once again, Mousesports holding strong. And Gamers2 are really struggling at times to retake this map, and just have a look at what it's done for their economy here again, EGAD. Absolutely broken. The bank is not sitting pretty. Only about $2,000 to $3,000 between the squad, and on the CT side, that is not enough, as we should all know. Chris J's doing some great work with that AWP. Let's just have a quick look at the scoreboard and see what's going on overall. We can see Tabson actually 12-6 right now. Nico with 12-5 as well. So evidently this guy is fitting into the squad pretty darn well so far.
Yep. Also, Legia sitting at 1-9. I don't like to highlight that, but you know he's still helping out with the supportive nades and such, but just having a bit of a tough time finding these kills. We got Mouz though with that P250 finding the quick kill into Chris J. So that's the upper down, and he tries to find Legia there in vents, but not gonna be meeting the best side of that stick. Legia caught with his nade in his hands. Oh no! Innocent taking him down. Tapson finally pushing Squeaky out here, gonna get himself a quick double. Not taking much damage either, and it's a 2-on-3. With the CTs, excuse me, still on an eco, and Innocent with an AK saved in his hand. The question is, will Innocent lose this AK, as it looks like they're bringing the bomb to A?
Yeah, I have a feeling he's going to be in trouble soon, and as soon as we say that, Tabson pops his head off. So Tabson has pretty much been the saving grace for Mousesports here in this 12th round. He's got 3 frags in a row now, and at one point he was actually looking a tiny bit scary. It looked like Mousesports could lose another eco, because once again, as he keeps doing time and time again, Mouz is pushing down mid aggressively, especially when he's got that 5-7 in hand. He's just pushing right down there towards the catwalk area and trying to see what damage you know, he can do, where Sparrow is now actually around here. He just gets full on aggressive and sees if he can pick up a couple of kills, and it's not actually too uncommon for him to do so. But that being said, we are going to see the score with a double lead here for Mousesports. 8-4 will be the score going into round number 13. And in all honesty now, you know, Gamers2 need to start picking it up. Their money isn't great. Spear's actually been able to pick up that AWP, which was dropped by Chris J. So that could be pretty crucial in the next round here. But Gamers2, they need to put up a fighting force now, because no matter what, Mousesports have won this first half.
And, you know, taking the knife round, going to T side, not something I don't think any team has ever done in the past, actually in the last few months. I don't think I've ever seen a team in Invite go to T side after taking, like, a first definitive round. So, new meta on season, who knows? I don't think it's the meta. I think it's just Mouz just doing crazy things and being confident on T side. So Tabson opening up the route with a nice flash, taking down Mouz, and now the lower play with the bomb. We'll see what happens here. Chris J has another AWP in his hand. And it's a bit of a 2-2 split from Gamers2. But only one person holding A, the other one's in mid. And it'll be all up to Mouz with no head armor, even though it doesn't really matter against the AKs or an AWP. So, gonna be tough times for Mouz very, very soon.
I have to say, I'm really surprised that Gamers2, in my opinion, again, I'm not the most experienced player, but I'm actually surprised that they are banking more players over towards B, simply because of the amount of consistent success that we've seen Mousesports have on the A-bomb site. Mouz actually holding strong with the first kill, but as we suspected, he will get traded out. In comes Rallen, though, unfortunately not able to pick up that kill. Gobby just lurking in mid. I just love that lurker role. I was actually watching Thorin's Thoughts videos. If you guys want some awesome kind of backscene stuff and really learn a lot about the game, like go and watch Thorin's YouTube videos. That's not a plug just because he's like a friend or anything like that. He knows his stuff. And last night I was watching his video on roles within Counter-Strike teams on the T side and the CT side, and he spent quite a while talking about that lurker role, and I love it. So we saw it in place there, and Mousesports once again getting the frags. And you know, I was just going back on that other point quickly. I was really surprised initially that Gamers2 had one player in mid, one person on A and two on B, because as I said, Mousesports have just had so much success on A that it was quite high risk for Gamers2 to literally just hold one player on that side.
Yeah, he did trade 1-for-1, but it still wasn't enough. If he had some backup there was potential for him to actually hold that, but right now Gamers2 can only hope for the 6-9 to get into the half, and even then that's not the best score for a CT sided map, or you know, taking a CT start as well. I don't know, maybe Mouz aren't confident on their CT side? Who knows? I don't think Season has ever been a T-sided map.
I mean, there's always talk about this map. It's an interesting one. I get some teams prefer it CT, some people prefer it T. You know, again, who are we to judge? I can't really give too much information on that, simply as I've already discussed, because I don't know these two teams. But here we go. We're into round number 14. 2 rounds left in this first half, and the best case scenario here for the Polish squad of Gamers2 is to get 6 rounds on the board. They have been able to buy up here, but the AWP player Mouz is down to 61 HP already. So tagged up a tiny bit here. Innocent's going to flash his way out and get the first kill there onto Gobby, so good start from that player.
Yeah, well played Flash too as well, just completely blinding Gobi. He did not know what was happening there. And again, another lower play, but this time he's got backup on Cat. So, we'll see. And Chris J, playing the lurker role like you were just saying, opens up the B-bomb site, finding the kill on a Sparrow and forcing back Innocent. So Flashbang's coming on in, and they blind one over towards J and the one in upper as well. But Rollin gets the recovery in time and finds a quick 1-for-1 trade. So it's a 2-on-2 with Chris J split and the bomb by itself in the A site. He's got to run his way back the hell over to that A site, but maybe he doesn't need to worry about it because Legia can hold his own. But as Legia jumps down, Innocent gonna find him mid-air, bomb is down, Chris J looking to come up Cat, and he does get flashed off. So 1 versus 1. Can Chris J clutch this one out? He's making his presence known with these steps, just stomping around, sees him and no-scopes him! Oh, Chris.
This man is... I love Chris J. He's one of my favourite players to watch. I know people have their preconceptions about him, online J, LAN J, whatever you want to call him. I don't care. I love seeing Chris J, and he just clutched that round for Mousesports. Gamers2 actually had a reasonably good hold there. They were able to trade out the frags we saw on that A-bomb site, and finally not allow Mousesports complete dominance on A, but it wasn't enough. And, well, Chris J, as soon as we give him some praise, is going to go down to the hands of
Commentator's curse.
This is a crucial round for Gamers2.
Smoke's coming in defensively from G2 as well towards this B site. There's only one person holding inside of it right now. They got the 4-man Innocent looking to rotate from jail. And, oh boy, we'll see if they can get this B take to work. With Chris J gone, you know, that's a lot of firing power, as well as one of their top fraggers out. So, We'll see. Flashbang coming in. You blind taps in as well. He gets tagged up just a little bit, and oh man, Innocent really bit the bullet there, missing those shots on a blind target. So we got Minis down at jail, still trying to get these shots into the people in upper. He's not going to find it. Oh man, he gets smoked and flashed out as well, and then finally dies to go B. So he backs out, but we got Sparrow holding underneath. He's going to stop the bomb for now. It's a 2-on-2 with Tapsin at 22 health. Can they make this work? Plant going down. And oh no, Rollin falling towards the back of jail. So Mouz cleans up one. The last member standing does have 22 health. Tapsin's going to lurk over towards the T side. Does he have a kit? Mouz does not. Oh, that's a 10-second defuse. He needs to get this kill. Tapsin pushing up. He's holding the wall. Mouz, he doesn't check the corner. Oh, he didn't push all the way out. He's not sticking this defuse either. Tapsin's going to finally bite the bullet and peek. But is there enough time? There shouldn't be. No, no, there is. It's going to be close. He doesn't have it. He doesn't have it.
No.
Oh, no.
Well, now we know we have a definitive answer as to why Gamers2... Sorry, as to why Mousesports, I looked at the wrong side there, as to why Mousesports chose T-side. 11 rounds on T-side of season, you do not see that all too often. But, I mean, great stuff coming in from Mousesports. As we go, we're just going to have a quick break, obviously, as we start the second half. Unfortunately, I can't bring up the scoreboard. That's what I was going to do and have a look at the scores at the halftime mark, but they're not up on the screen. We'll have a look at that just as we go into the start. I do believe we have a player dropped at the second, but hopefully it won't be too long before they're back. But, I mean, Gamers2 looked pretty strong there in the start of things. You know, it was back and forth trades for the first 8 rounds or so. You know, we saw it 1-1, 2-2, 3-3, 4-4 pretty much, you know, and it went back and forth. And then suddenly Mousesports just, you know, put the tempo up, stepped it up a gear, and really performed darn well. I was really impressed with them. Those entries onto the A bomb sites were consistently really, really good. So, great work coming from Mousesports again. Can see why they decided to stick T.
All right, hold on real quick. I just gotta make this work. I don't know why it's not working.
Not a problem.
All right, so you can hear me now inside of the thing.
I'll let you sort that out.
Can you hear me?
I'll continue to cast. So we are live
can't hear me.
ready to go here with the start of the second half. This is, of
Can you
course,
hear me?
round number 16. And now
can you hear me
just
now?
talk to you about that scoreboard. Yep, I can just about hear you, good sir. And Tabson really holding down greatly for a Mouz here. He's actually at 18-8. So Mousesports being carried a tiny bit by that player, but overall a good effort from all of them indeed. And here we go into round number 16, Dan.
Yeah, so coming into it right now, we got Nico versus Nico and Chris J fighting Rollin and Minis. And opening up that round really well, and coming to start this in a strong CT side. I just can't believe they start on T, then they come on a CT and just look really good already. And even with Tech9's picked up from the G2 side, doesn't matter. Chris J with the USB still tapping away. He's got the backup of Legia. Mouz is the last man standing, and Nico makes quick work of him.
I literally looked away for about 2 seconds, and the round was over.
Yeah.
And we saw Gamers2. I believe, how many Tech9s did they have there? They had a couple, didn't they?
They had, I believe, 3. So I don't know.
Okay.
That was weird.
Cool. Right. Well, still, the Tech9 buy didn't go exactly according to plan, and well, yeah, they definitely had at least 2 because we see Chris J and Legia with them now, and already we see Minis drop to 39 HP, so not the best start for him, but they are banking their efforts over towards the A-bomb side, and this is where all the havoc will ensue. Out comes the Tech9s for Legia. He will be able to pick up one before Mouz does trade him out, and Innocent with a Glock is able to get one of his own, so now it's actually a 3-on-3 situation. Innocent has picked up that M4, and Mouz gets another kill there, so this is looking really good for Gamers2. Maybe they've still got some fight left in them here on season.
Yeah, so 2-on-2. Go B with the Mag 7 and Tabson with the FAMAS. Go B even with that Mag 7, still trying to do what he can. Innocent rips him a new one. Oh no, Mouz ripped Go B, and then Innocent cleans up trap. Tabson is the last kill there, so Gamers2 still trying to keep it alive. And we'll put Mouz onto that eco round. And that was really interesting what Legia did. He held underneath the bridge and do that smoke up and try to hold that little peak, and it's a really advantageous peak for him too. But he got rushed down way too fast. If there was only a few less people there, it would have been better.
Well, we are into the next round, round number 18. It will be if my maths serves me correctly, and we do see 5 5-7s coming in from Mousesports here on the CT side, all with armor as well, and the gear with head armor actually as well, and quite a few nades in the bank. So still, we saw Gamers2 pick up some nice eco rounds in the first half with these pistols, and it wouldn't surprise me if Mouz can do some work with them again here. Innocent will trade out Chris J there. We do see Spiro taking down Tabson, so still, you know, if they get these trade frags in their favour here, the T side, it should be good for them. We see Spiro being able to pick up his second kill there, and Legear has already been knocked down to 2 points of health, so this should be a relatively easy round here for Gamers2. Once again, they're going to enter over towards that A bomb side. 6 HP between their final two players, and there we go. They don't even have time to get the bomb down. Gamers2 will secure their next round, get the bomb down as well, just for that extra tiny bit of economy for that player. And 12-6 we are, so Gamers2 still holding strong, and Mousesports still with not enough money in the bank to buy. Yeah,
so it's got to be one more save and then go for a full buy, but either way it's going to be a tough full buy. But Gamers2 keep the momentum rolling. Mouz do have that bit of a leeway, not a leeway, that's not the word, bit of leniency with their rounds. They can give up a few more and still be in a pretty comfortable driving seat. So let's just see if Gamers2 can not have any kind of weird blunders happen to them right now. Well, Chris J pushing the vent, gonna find Manice completely off guard, gets an AK, pushes through towards the T side, and that's what I was talking about, being caught off guard. That's pretty much it in a nutshell.
Well, Chris J being able to pick up that AK-47 can actually be quite a crucial part of this round. We can see the T's now backing their way over from T-spawn and just seeing if they can find out Chris J, and they will do so. So as soon as I call out Chris J as being a potential key role after having that armor and picking up that AK-47, wasn't able to do enough, but Innocent holding a really nice angle here, just checking if any of those Mousesports players could be pushing aggressively, and now they're going to make their way over towards B.
Yeah, so just go in for a quick B play. They get the flash through the glass as well. Tabson, Sparrow man, he's really trying to control this fire. Gets one and gets the headshot of the Tabson, finally putting him out. He was aiming for him for such a long time, but bomb gets planted. Legia is going to be coming through jail, and looks like he'll be put down there too. Sparrow wants the 3K, but might not get it. Let's see. Legia, he's still trying to peek, man. He wants this kill, does get it. But it's a 1-on-3, no armor, and only a USP, so he may as well die there. Yeah, now I was just gonna shoot him through the smoke, no problem.
12-7 it is. Gamers2 still holding strong, man. You know, they're coming back into this. Maybe the meta is changing. Maybe season is a T-sided map even, because it seems that both teams are having so far some relative good success on the T side, but now we see Mousesports able to buy up. There's not going to be an AWP in the hands of Chris J. It is going to be 5 M4A1s, in fact, by the looks of things. And Minis has got that big green gun in hand as we do head into the next round. And let's see how the T's are going to set up. We can see that it's actually going to be Gobby and Tabson over towards the B-bomb site. We've got one player in Chris J in mid, no surprise there. And Nico and Legia over on the A-bomb site. So just a pretty much standard setup. We can see already that Spiro's just going to be making his way over towards the A area and just seeing if he can scout out any pushes coming aggressively from the CT side, but no casualties as of yet.
Yep, so coming into it, what are they going to do? Still holding towards back mid as well. Going to go for a sneaky play and maybe even a late execute to cross the cap. But the man at generator, Chris J, is going to be the one to keep an eye out for. As soon as those smokes and flashes right on in, he can go for a really quick flank out. Will it work though? They covered the full cross. Chris J hasn't budged an inch, and Manice as well is covering the flank, so we'll see. Chris J here, gonna hear some steps. Smokes have faded, and oh, it almost works. He puts Manice down to 2 and takes him down. So that's a good way to stop this push, but they just aggress forward anyway. Nico's gonna be the first to fall from the CTs. Legia pushing through this flash though, sees the bomb, kills the bomb planter. So no plant just yet. 20 seconds on the clock. Can the T's from Gamers2 make this work? 3-on-3.
Valen has been able to pick up that bomb actually, and there we go. Just as I say that, he is able to get it down. So if they can get these smoke grenades down, if they have any, well actually as soon as I say that they don't. So hashtag blame Chewy for not spotting that beforehand, but still, Valen plants the bomb and then gets the first flag of the round. Chris J's going to come in and trade him out, so now we're back on a 2 versus 2, and this is honestly such a crucial round for both teams. We saw Mousesports holding very well on the T side of this bomb site. Gamers2 going to be able to hold it as strong. I'm not too sure. The bomb is ticking. Sparrow's going to boost
oh my!
How did they not pick up that kill? Sparrow with the 1 versus 2 clutch. Absolutely incredible spray down with that AK-47 to take down those 2 players. And I thought Mousesports had that round, man, but...
If he had stuck it earlier, he would have had it. No problem.
Well, just invite things, man, eh? Just invite things.
Yeah, that was really close timing, too. He wanted to get the safety of hiding behind that, that box, I guess, and it just really bit him in the butt since he didn't go for the first stick of it. So, Mouz now on the eco, gonna be in for some tough times ahead, and Gamers2, they're mounting that little bit of a comeback. Rollin here with that AK. He sees 3 pushing down towards lower. Makes quick work of 1. Mouz gets a quick double with Sparrow, and it's all up to Tabson here, and this should be the round for G2. Tabson not gonna... Oh, does find an AK, okay. So an AK and some nades for him. He'll save that for the next round, no problem.
I believe this is 5 rounds in a row here for Gamers2, actually. We saw Mousesports take an 11-4 lead at the end of the first half. And then they did pick up the pistol round, if I'm not mistaken here. I'm pretty darn sure they did take the pistol round. Yes, they did, because we saw Gamers2 actually with some Tech 9s, which didn't actually work for them in that second pistol round there on the T side for them. So it was actually a 12-4 scoreline, and now we're actually going to see it progress to a 12-9 scoreline. So if my math serves me correctly, that's 5 rounds in a row here for the T side of Gamers2, and they are definitely back in with a very good shot of taking this game. We see Tabson now just trying to save that. But that HE grenade blows his dreams away and blows the AK-47 away from his grasps. 12-9 is the score. Mousesports will be able to buy. No up, though, for Chris J once again. I believe he just about had the money for it, but decided not to go for it. So 5 M4s it will be.
5 M4s indeed. So no head armor either. It's going to be kind of tough and rough for them. But let's see. The nades, are they stacking out mid? Yeah, they are. But it only finds a little bit of damage there onto Minis. And they get full control here. They're pushing up and using that smoke for full coverage. But the bomb has not moved back from the B-bomb site. And they really are pushing this advantage that they have here. And, you know, it's just getting really close. If Gamers2 do take this next round, the money situation for Mouz is still very dire. So... smoke coming on over as well as the flashes here. We got a boost, I believe, with Chris J. Yeah. Oh boy, this is going to be really interesting. So the smoke clears. Chris J sees 2 of them, gets them. He runs out of ammo, unfortunately, because of the M4A1 clip being only 20 shots. And that could have been much better. Had that been an M4A4, that would have been really interesting to see how he can control that. But 2 with 2 for 3, and now the bomb is going to be going to A.
Well, ESEA just backed away. I think he's deciding to switch out his position, actually. He's heard definitely all those smoke grenades and flashes and molotovs and all that jazz coming in on the A bomb site now. So Tabson is going to rotate, but ESEA hasn't exactly been on fire this game, but he's got to be on fire now with his teammate Tabson to try and retake this bomb site. Otherwise, I believe the economy, once again, yeah, the economy for the CT side is awful if they lose this round. So it's quite crucial that they try and retake this, but they've allowed so much time here for Gamers2 to get in good afterplant positions that they're not even going to attempt it. They were going to see if they could get any entry frags on that bomb site and then push it, but the clock was ticking. The T's were in great after plant positions, and that's going to be Gamers2 with their 12th round, with their 10th round on the board. I do apologise. And the Mousesports players are going to have to force up here. They will save these 2 M4s, but apart from that, their money is really not looking pretty. And Gamers2 mounting one heck of a comeback. That is now 6 rounds in a row.
Yeah, so really well played. My Gamers2 right now just keeping the comeback strong and showing that their T side's really strong too, and kind of making
their money's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Sorry for cutting you off, but I thought their money was actually in a really dire state. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, so they are still okay here, Mousesports, but in the grand scheme of things, like, they need to take these rifles off Gamers2 and start getting some rounds on the board again, because Gamers2 are right back in it, and their money is rolling.
Yeah, the money is absolutely insane for G2. So we got one with 10K, I think this was 7, and you know they can buy for each other, no problem. Oh, team nade. We'll see if that actually affects them as they run on in. Flashbangs coming through the glass, and Gobi though holding the spot at upper finds a quick kill on a Sparrow, and this B bomb side push might be the end of them. So we'll see. There's a boosted A. I don't know why the camera's focusing on that, but they flashbang their way in, huh?
Oh, just go to the auto-director is just sometimes the worst thing. It seems always just as crucial action's about to go down that it switches over, but as we go back into it, here we go. Now it's a 3-on-2. Rallen does take out Tabs in there. That's a big kill to take out the top fragger on the CT side. The bomb's been planted, as you can hear. It's going to be a 1-for-1 trade. Make that a 2-for-1 trade as the HE grenade lands at Rallen's feet, blows him up in the air, and blows up the round for Gamers2. So that's going to be finally Mousesports being able to get around. That was 6 rounds in a trot, I think, for Gamers2 before Mousesports finally able to hold something. And I mean, you talked earlier on about EGAD, about how with Mousesports taking the T side after winning the knife round and then taking 11 rounds, about how they could just be really more confident on the T side of this map. And considering Gamers2 making the comeback here on the T side, and Mousesports actually only taking 2 rounds so far on the CT side, you know, I don't think you were too far off wrong with that, mate.
Yeah. It'd have to be Gamers getting 6 rounds in a row, though. Gamers2 to make my prediction true, but all right. If they get to, I'd say like, actually, I'm not gonna call a prediction just yet. I'm not gonna change my prediction. I still think 60-13 is highly possible, but we'll see. We'll see.
Cool.
Gamers2 definitely have the economy still in their advantage, but with that mouse win, finally able to kind of put it together. And we got a vent control play coming in, so they really just push through this, going to mid and making their way up cap. But there's the 3-man and Chris J is still holding that mid position, and oh no, right through the smokes, Rallen just sees him, no problem. Gobi gonna probably flash his way in. No, he's gonna actually retreat and sees that they're going to jail.
Back away. Yeah, they naded him and he got knocked down to 37 HP, so he had to back away. Good decision for him to do that. Quick thinking from that man, and we can see the flash grenades just coming in back and forth here. He's just trying to get cut off as they make their way now in towards the B-bomb site, and they are going to get that second entry frag down onto Tabs. And so quick kills coming in. Gobi's going to respond, and have a look at this quick rotation coming in. Oh my gosh, Nico gets 2 huge kills, and now it's a 2-on-1. Rallen versus Gobi and Legia in a 1 versus 2, and that bomb's not been planted. That's heartbreaking for him.
That's so rough right now. So Rallen, he's got to be clutch in this 1 versus 2. He walked through the incendiary to try to make his way back through jail to A, and now comes back to B, sells the fake, goes for the plant, and they can't hear it. So now they're going to come back in. They know the bomb's planted.
Gobi's definitely heard it, because you can see that he's not made his way anywhere else. But this is really clever here. This is just such a simple thing, which so many CTs who aren't professional players don't do. Push together on the CT side. Don't give Rallen the opportunity here to get in single gunfights, because if he does, this 1 versus 2 clutch is very, very possible indeed. So the smoke grenade is going to come down to try and give them some cover, but the clock is ticking. Legia has been able to pick up that kit by the looks of things, and Rallen through the smoke is going to go for the spray. He gets 1. Oh my gosh, slipped on 10 points.
He's missing! He's missing!
Rallen's completely missing.
He's with the knife!
He goes for the knife, but the bomb's been defused. Oh my gosh.
I have my hand over my mouth. I don't know what happened there. Rallen ran out of bullets. He tried to go for the pistol spray, walks in for the knife. The man's sticking the defuse. My God, what was that?
They're going to watch that back on the stream, like the replay of the stream maybe, or watch these demos back and have a look at the X-ray and just wonder what happened there. How did Rallen not win that? I mean, credit to the guy. He did great work, but it just wasn't enough. And wow, I just need a second to kind of get over that. I need to catch my breath here, dude.
So coming into this next round, again another mid stack coming in from G2. Mouz did this quite fairly often on their T side, so it seems to be a pretty common strat that everybody does. You smoke cross and then just go straight on in through cat. But being smoked off makes it kind of tough. Innocent gets hit in the face with that nade, and let's see, can they make this work? Mouz pushing through first, leading the charge, finds Legia, gets traded back out though. And Nico's still holding here towards these stairs. He gets another kill. Chris J backing up and taking down Manice, and then pushing on through Cat will find the kill on the Innocent. And it's, is it lights out now for G2? As Sparrow's the last man standing. Bomb is in the site, but not planted, unfortunately. And as he makes his way upper here, Gobi gets the advantage, takes him down. And economy-wise, G2, they can buy out again. So they're set at least with that, seeing as how Rallen has 10k.
Yeah, Rallen, the man who got the knife, it seems that the money that he got from that knife is at one of the crucial elements here to make sure that he can drop those rifles for his fellow players. But here we go, 15-10 is the score. Now, I predicted it was going to be 16-10 to 16-12 in favour of Mousesports here, so mine is still on.
All right.
Your prediction isn't quite, but who knows, Gamers2 can come back into this. They took 6 rounds in a row earlier on. They could take 5 in a row here, and that kill through the smoke there to take down Chris J is a darn good way to start.
Definitely. So, pushing through mid again, looking to go for some jail control. We got the kill on the go B who trades, and it'll be a 3-on-4 with only the 2-man in this B bomb site right now. So Tabson's going to have to do some serious work, gets flashed, and, gets headshot by Mouz. So, bomb plant guaranteed. And it looks like Gamers2 going to keep their hopes alive, trying to tie this one up. So, we got Nico and Legia just both running away, getting to safe positions, maybe find one exit or two, and that'll be about it for them. So, Gamers2, they need to keep buying out, they need to keep it strong, and with this round win, give them some good bank as well.
Yeah. Mousesports are in a bit of trouble in terms of their economy because, you know, in various rounds, a couple of players have been going down, and again we talked about how more expensive the CT is to buy everything that you need. The rifles are more expensive, and obviously you need the defuse kit as well for most of the time. It's going to be more expensive to buy up everything full for the CT side rather than the T side. Most people should know that. If you don't, well, there you go, some new information for you all. But because Mousesports have had to keep rebuying for players that are dying, their money is not exactly in a great position. They are going to be able to drop some rifles here for people. I'm not too sure what the full setup's going to be. Legia's actually going to drop his rifle, I do believe. And let's have a look what they're going for. It's going to be 3 pistols by the looks of things. Tabson hasn't got absolutely anything at all, and that's quite worrying.
Really?
Because he's actually the top fragger. He's 23-5 and 16 at the second. He's not even got armor. He's got nothing. So this is almost like a last-ditch hope here for Mousesports, even though they're on 15 rounds. Gamers2 could very easily make this comeback if they can keep breaking the economy of Mousesports here.
Yeah. But eventually the losing bonus does stack up, but we'll see. They're going to molly and stuck Tabson in the corner. He's burning alive right now, while Chris J pushing through vents does end up getting a kill. Tabson in the meantime as well, still holding in the site, doing what he can. Will fall. Nico's next, looking for the kill. Legia goes down too, and Chris J, last man standing, even though he got that kill in vents, doesn't look like it'll be enough, but 3-on-1, he'd have to get the 4K to clutch this one out. And the bomb has been planted.
I honestly don't think you should challenge this.
Yeah.
I think he'd be pretty silly to, again, considering the economy of the Mousesports players. He is going to try and look for some exit. Well, I don't even know if that was searching for exit frags. That was just peeking out.
He was going for the play.
What he could see. But he's going to get punished for it. He will lose that rifle, and he will lose his armor as well. Having a look at the economy still, it's really not sitting exactly too pretty here. We can see Mouz are going to force up. We see the Mag 7 or the Swag 7, as some decide to call it, coming out. But apart from that, it's just going to be a couple of armors and deagles and things like that, even though I think Chris J had about 5k at the start. So he's also picked himself up with a fuse kit, obviously quite a crucial bit of kit, even if you've only got one player with that in hand. So he's going to switch up his... actually, no, I was going to say he was going to switch up and go towards the A-bomb site. Now he is.
Oh, no.
But, Nico with the 1-dig, here we go.
Yeah, Nico gets a big 1-dig there, holding in the A site, and they're still committing to this push. They know they're on a semi-eco with,
look at the stack on A.
Oh, yeah, that's a huge stack. So, I don't know why the camera's following the other guy right it's T-spawn, but we got another trade coming in. It's 3-on-4. This is really doable for Mouz right now. So let's see if they can make this work. The eco round coming in. Chris J with the flank as well to Rollin. It's all up to Mouz with 17 health, and it looks like Mousesports have done it. Let's see though, Mouz. He's trying. 2-on-1. Mouz needs the 4K for this round. The bomb is sitting right in front of him right now. He's going for the peek, checking his corners. But can he beat out these 5.7s? And Gobi still has the Mag 7, so there's potential for that to work out, but who knows?
Who knows indeed. Gamers2 holding on by loose threads here. Mouz is going to get a 1 or 2. He won't get it. 16-12 is the final scoreline.